Good evening. Evening? Afternoon. I keep saying good evening. It is 2 AM. 2 AM, 2 PM. Brilliant start. Hello everyone. How's everyone doing today? Yeah. Hydrate. I would have had a glass of water with me today, but I got a glass out of the cupboard, went and filled it with water from the tap, and drank a bit, and I just tasted copper. So, that was a bit off. Today I have cola instead. So why not? So today we're doing I say we're finally gonna get into space today. Finally, we shall ascend into space on Ship Sun. We're finally gonna get it finished. We can into space. Indeed, we can into space. And we have 3 hours. We're definitely gonna get this entire thing welded up in 3 hours easily. I would go to the game, but the game capture's not picking it up. Give me a minute. So don't pick up Streamlabs, you fool. There we go. Space Engineers. Yet again, it is tiny. Stretch the screen. Transition. There we go. Welcome to the game. We are in. Nice. As you can see, fog is settling in, and there is a bit of lightning around as well. But the wind turbines are certainly going. That thing is that much is certain. How much we're getting? Almost 500 kilowatts. Still love how Planechan looks. Planechan is a good-looking aircraft. There's the running lights. So, those underlung engines was a great idea. Yes, I do like the look of these. The only thing I wish was a thing in this game was a tractable landing gear. That would look amazing. Sadly though, that's a bit out of the range of what this game's engine can do, I think. It's space engineers, you can make that happen, but it would look ugly on this craft because of how you would do it. And also, I wouldn't trust it. As much as pistons and rotors and all that work perfectly fine in single player, I wouldn't trust them. 40% chance of death, indeed, yeah. But the rain's really rolling in now. Look, you can barely see the wind farm. Let alone wherever the hell the mountain's gone. They're about to take off, indeed. They're about to stop. They're going to take the entire. They're going to rip the base out of the ground. And it's going to fly into space, at least to the top of the storm. I wonder if we'll get struck by lightning and die. First thing today is I want to get these 3 pipes here welded up, because without them we can't fill the tanks of fuel, and that's going to take the longest to do, so Let's get them modelled up first, nice and quickly. What else is in the build planner? Oh yeah, the refinery. Like that, there we go. Alright, I'll be right back while you weld up. Okay. See you in a minute. You need to be... Where's the cargo container? There's the cargo container. I also want you... There we go. We have fuel! Hydrogen fuel. Hydrogen is important. Without it, we will not be able to fly. So then, what else do we need? Let's do this again. You, and you. There we go. Add components to build Q. This is what we need. Okay. Excuse me. With the rain. There we go, that's everything for that. There we go. Where do you put the connector again? Here. Here is the connector. Why did I think putting that there would be a good idea? It's not even on a conveyor port. Right, you go on there. We need a block there, and then we need this. Out of that, there we go. Let's also get the connector welded up. I need to Q parts, there we go. Just the motors and computers, there we go. All components successfully withdrawn. There we go. Now assuming this all connects up properly and I haven't made another stupid error, then we should be able to transfer things throughout the ship's cargo network now. Logistics network. I also need to put the drills on the front again because I forgot to do that last time. Some steel plates and some interior plates. Lots of plates. We don't have any interior plates. Right. There we go. One of you. Boop, 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 and boopity boop. There's the drills in the front. Nice. Right. So next priority will probably be the large cargo container. I see the O2 generator has already burnt through all the ice. Yep, 0.4%. None of that got turned into oxygen either. The because that needs to go in here. Right. So... Right, let's just do that. There we go. You... Add missing components to build planner. Do these things last? They take the most. There we go. Next is the grids, I believe. How many more do we need? We don't need grids. Why were we making grids? Oh no, we do. Yeah, 24 grids. Yeah, I am blind. Hold on me. Tubes and the motors. What are you making now? The construction components. Fair enough. I feel like I say fair enough way too often. Yeah, not too much more stuff now, other than the interior plates, of course. Well, the 300 interior plates we're missing, it seems. Only those missing now. And we only need 240 of them. To get this welded and done, there we go. Got 105. 171. $123. We should probably wait a minute or two. Stop wasting hydrogen going up and down all the time. Let's put all these in here. 102 more. That's the cargo container. And after that, we need one more conveyor tube and a survival kit to get the O2 tank hooked up. We also need to do these. We also need to do these batteries as well. Need 6 more. That all components were successfully withdrawn. Nice. There we go. Hey, there's the cargo. Yeah, there's the cargo container done now. Which means now this seat here is hooked into all the ship systems. So if I hop in here, and then go hydrogen tank, turn the stockpile off. Hydrogen tank. Auto refill bottles, there we go. Now we can restock from inside the ship, which means all these are connected nicely, which is good. Yeah, the sunrise is coming, so I suppose we should get the other 4 solar panels up and running. Blocks. Solar, where are you? Where are the panels? Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have the resources as well, which is nice. And also for the survival kit, so we'll do that as well. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right. There's one more panel done. Almost 2. Just need them solar cells. Ah, this music is so calming. I love it. It's very nice. There's the second one welded up. Third one. And still not the fourth one. We should have the parts in a moment though, which will be nice. Just the 24 solar cells. Well, the 8 solar cells. I've already got 24 in there. There we go, that's everything. Yep, that's everything, and now we get 2. Let's see. I need some more stuff for the survival kit. How's it going? It's going well. I've just bottled up cargo container. I'll put the drills back on the front, and all the solar panels are operational now, just in time for the morning. And now we're doing the survival kit. Two of the batteries are done. Still got 6 more. But most of the ship's systems are going to be sitting idly for a little while though, so they won't be using much power. Better than none, yeah. I don't know what it is today, but like, I can't breathe properly. I mean, I can breathe properly, but I'm like struggling a bit. Breathing is important. Indeed, it is important. Yeah. I went to get a drink of water before I started the stream. Wait, can you still taste stuff? Not really, no. Why? I do still taste a little bit of something, but it's not. It's like as I was saying before stream, I went to get a drink of water, and let me know if you get a cough, right? Oh yeah, I got a drink of water. And I took one drink out of it, out of the glass, and it just tasted like copper, and I choked on it a bit. It didn't taste very nice. And since then, it's like my throat. It feels like just copper tastes, like the same way the smell does. The taste and smell is somewhat similar, I imagine. It tasted like the smell of copper. Wasn't too nice of an experience. I know, that's grim, yeah. And ever since then, it's like my throat's felt a bit weird. It's a bit strange. Either way, I've supplemented the copper tasting tap water instead with a glass of cola. I'm not saying Coke or anything because it's not Coke. It's just generic Asda brand cola because, well, we don't have anything else. I mean, the reason we don't have anything else is because it's Peppers. No, it's the reason we don't have anything else other than just generic Asda brand cola is well, there are 10 people in my household. We go through bottles of Coke like it's no one's business, and a bottle of a 2-litre bottle of Coke is how much? Like £2. These 2-litre bottles of generic Asda brand are like 30 pence. It's just more cost effective. It isn't poverty, it's having too many people in your family. Morrison's, Savers, Tesco's Value, Sainsbury's Basics, they're all the names that made my childhood and my nowhood. Oh! Hello sir, you're lost. After be living on a diet of poverty, I probably can relate. Yeah. Welcome to Earth. Oh boy, look at these free resources. What do I get? Anything? Nothing. You did not find anything special, of course. Why would I? RNG does not smile on me today. What have you got? Interior plates, cool. Oh shit, it has a nuke reactor. No, it doesn't. It's a small battery. No nuke reactor here. Unfortunately. No. I wish it did. That would certainly make things a lot easier. But that's what was in the centre. No. It has a cargo crate and a battery in the centre. Here we go. There we go. Let's put all this stuff in here. And take out all the stuff we need for the antenna. I think we'll weld up the steel last. After Scavengers of Poverty capsule, it wasn't a nuclear reactor. What a surprise. I mean, we have the silver now, we could probably make a nuke reactor. If I go into production, blocks. Actually, just in components, can we make the nuke thing? We can. Small ship blocks. Where's the nuke reactor in here? We'll make one, and then we can probably do explosives after that. Where is the nuke? Give me the nuclear reactor. There, small reactor. There you go. Reactor. Let's do that. And finally, we have unlocked the explosive. I need... Where are you? Fire container. There, you. Do that. Can we make an explosive now? Production. Nuclear reactor time? We have no uranium, so we can't at the moment. We could make one, but it would just be it would just be a very heavy paperweight. Or something. So now we can do explosives. Or can maybe we warheads, there we go, warheads. Wanna grab a warhead? Add components. The build queue. Go back once again, look, okay. See you in a bit. Make reactor, become rich, use your reactors and improvised explosive and mining. We have warheads. Yeah. Yeah. All components successfully withdrawn. So now we come over here. Yeah, but mining with the reactors explosives just shows how extravagantly rich you are. Well, that's the thing, we ain't rich. We will be though once we get chips on working. But for now, we're doing some blast mining. Warhead armed. Are you ready for this? Let's start the countdown. Alright, still in poverty, indeed. Let's start the countdown. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was perfectly timed with the music. I love that. And it didn't. Oh, it didn't. Didn't even reach the iron. Brilliant. Didn't even make it all the way down. Yeah. Wasn't that a bit annoying? Oh well, we'll make another one. 10 out of 10 bomb. It was perfectly timed and it was glorious. Right, production. I want you to make me a large ship warhead again. Yes, again. Oh, there's a search feature. I keep forgetting that's there. Next time insert it in the hole, indeed. I will do that. But not too deep into the hole, because I don't want to destroy all the iron. Is empty. Warhead, you. You done with the bombs? One. Don't take that out of context. Okay. I will take that out of context next time we speak in Discord chat. So let's not go too deep into the hole. How deep? How far down? Around like 2 blocks, 2-3 blocks. Let's go to the level of the surface. Let's go like that. 1 down. And then we'll put this here. Alright. Warhead, start the countdown. Run. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The hole has been deepened, and there we go. And now we have a big old patch of iron, which we can now start excavating out of. So now, thrusters on, batteries in auto mode. What an auto-clicker mining time. I don't think the auto-clicker works in Space Engineers. Well, it does, but I don't think that it's got a proper use yet. We shall, however, land in the hole. The cobalt's still some 60 meters beneath us, of course, and there's gold here as well, I keep forgetting that. Yep, thrusters off. Landing gear don't want to lock. Oh well, we'll leave that like that now. And we can use this new drill. Get loads of iron. This is way quicker than having to go all the way back to the surface every few seconds. Arthur fills it Earth channel with his plane. Okay. Okay. Okay, Penguin. Penguin T. Why did I just call you? I'm sorry. Okay. It's because your name in Twitch is green. Penguin's normally green. You're normally pink. On my end, it's green. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. On my screen, you're green. You're both green on my screen. I don't know. On my screen, both you and Penguin, or I suppose Pan now, I should probably start calling him. You're both the same colour. Your names are similar length, so I keep... Sorry. I can't believe I just did that. Oh no. I'm sorry. It's okay, I'll cry later. Oh, okay. Oops. Right, plates. Yeah. I know we haven't got very much, but I want to keep working on the ship. I gotta go. See you soon. Okay, see you, T. See you later. Welcome, Juarez Ronin, the planes modder. Yes, this is the wing mod. Aerodynamic wings mod. We've made a little plane. Still has VTOL capabilities, but it's not meant to use them very often. Other than for takeoff and landing. It's a speedy boy. Oh, that looks nice. I'd love to see a plane fly like that in real life. Yeah. Not the most realistic of things, but it's still nice. Need to recharge mode. There we go. And then the refinery should be full of iron. Nice. Elon's near. Right, so what's left to do? The thrusters, one hydrogen tank, batteries, and then all the steel. Oh, and the drills as well. I forgot about the drills. We can probably take the drills off of this thing here. Just we don't really use it very much anymore. We'll take this middle one out. So we can actually get to that connector, because we need to weld that up as well. Oop, there we go. We need to make 5 drills. We've currently got 3 made already down here. That. And then that. Yes. So this is going to be our first spaceship. This is Shipsan. Looks an awful lot like a satellite. Looks like you get in the vanilla game. Quite pleased with how it's turning out so far. It's only small for a large ship, of course. But it's coming along nicely. Need to do this conveyor junction next so we can get the nose drill on. And then once we've done welding up this ship, we're going to fill it up with fuel, and then we're going to launch it into space and do some asteroid mining, because asteroid mining is way easier. All components withdrawn successfully, there we go. Drill. I don't have the steel plates, I need the steel plates. Give me those. There we go. Let's grab this last drill from the bottom here. And we're missing a few steel plates, it seems. Oh well. I'm not going to take those off now. We'll not have a repeat of the other day where the drill fell down and crushed the refinery and the assembler. That was horrible. I think we need to start doing these batteries now. Let's go here. Production, large blocks, battery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a lot of stuff to make. I'm going to cancel all of this, and I'm going to make another assembler. Then I'm going to make 6 batteries. So, steel plates. Want to get a second assembler there. You have returned. Welcome back, Pan. I'm gonna start calling you Pan now because, well, we kind of need to get that out of the way. I'm putting a second assembler on because I need to make 6 batteries. Each battery requires 80 power cells. And we won't be able to make anything while those are crafting and they take ages, so I'm gonna make a second assembler. Just to speed things up. Remind me though, what my name? What? What's your name? The Panopticon is what it says in Twitch. Obviously you were previously Penguin in Discord, but on Twitch, different. Indeed it is. I want to move all these resources into the large cargo container. Just so that now these actually have to pull them out of the container. So now we can craft in this one as well. Number 2 and assembly, right, so that's doing that. What do we make now? What needs making? This thing, this left. Other than the batteries, of course. There's still 2 drills to do. Double speed. I could double speed it. I want to keep welding other things up while the batteries craft. Do the tank? I could do the tank. What do we need for that? Not too much, actually, yeah. So the other tank and the ore detector, we'll do them both at the same time. Production, you, block, tank, and ore. There we go. You know, I really put the solar panels in really unfortunate positions, given where the sun is at the moment. Speaking of which, we're gonna need to get a tower hooked up for the connector, aren't we? Little docking tower. Oh, hang on, we can just convert this into the docking tower, can't we? I suppose. I mean, we could probably do with moving it because it's a bit in the way. Because, I mean, the plane's here. Plane Shan's here. How are these batteries doing? 2 days of power at current consumption, but the thing isn't doing anything, so that's not really all that much. Yeah, only 3 of these panels are operational, and even then it's only the lowest. It's only at the lowest level, which is a bit unfortunate. Never added things to the build planner, did I? You and you. Give me this stuff. There we go. Okay. Fuel almost ran out. That would have been dangerous. 2, give me a fresh tank. You go in there. There's a lot of parts. You take a lot of trips because these the large steel tubes. They take up so much inventory room because of how big they are. Let's put them in there. Only the small steel tubes now. Need 2 more detector components. Why can't you make anything? What are you missing? Production. You're making everything, it seems, so... It is indeed making everything, so okay, this should be working. Come on, where are those motors? That's everything, nice. There we go. I wonder, if I get the ore detector, set it to its maximum range of 150 meters. Anything? No? Nope, nothing. I don't really know what I expected there. Yeah, you don't leave that on. You also need to rename the antenna. Here we go, ship some. Should probably do the batteries now, a lot of them are probably finished crafting. Let's do this one here first, because this one should be behind a block. We'll weld that one up first, and then we'll put the block back. This is some fancy flying I'm doing here, isn't it? Just need 11 more power cells, and then the computers. And that's that battery, nice. Now, I don't have any more steel plates, but we would be able to replace that now. I'll take you. Oh, look, perfect. 1 steel plate. That's what we need. Now we can replace that. Oh, it's missing on this side as well. Never mind, we needed 2 steel plates, and we only had 1. Steel, you. There we go. coming along nicely now. Let's check something quick. There we go. I also want to go to control panel and turn all the thrusters. Yep, they're already all off. Nice. Okay. Battery large 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much more do you need to craft? Still quite a bit, I see. This is definitely going slowly, but it is going, and that's what's important. Another batteries, that's 4 now. So we're halfway there on the batteries. Now, since this is using hydrogen thrusters, it won't need too much electricity, which means this hopefully should be more than enough power to last a long time. Ooh, got a bit of lag there. "46 more power cells. And that'll be 5 batteries done. There's that. I think we've gone through all the power cells now, so we haven't quite got them all done, but that's a decent view. 250 metal grids. Oh god. And how many do you need? 40. Oh, lord. this is gonna need a lot. Production. Thruster, hydrogen thruster. We can't make them because we don't have enough cobalt. Well, luckily I know where there is some cobalt. I wonder. Yield modules, these need gold. We don't have any gold. Never mind. Warhead, make me 3 warheads. Yes, we're gonna go blast mining again. I want to come over here to this hole. From the surface all the way down to here is 40 meters. Cobalt is 53. So we need at least 2 explosives to get down to it. Well, close to it. I'd rather not blow up the iron as well. There's also gold even further down, jeez. Hmm. Honestly, I would have very much rather go mining in space. That'd be way easier. So let's put another warhead here. Now we'll arm warhead. Start the countdown and run. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's that one there. How close to the cobalt are we? When we get to around 40 meters, then we'll stop. Actually, let's go a bit further. Let's go like here. We're missing some explosives, I see. Let's go grab them. And then we'll detonate another bomb underground. That would draw explosives. Why? Can they not craft? We're out of magnesium. We are out of magnesium. Oh no. Let's go grab another inventory full of magnesium from over here. Oh ho ho, is it time? What, to use bombs for mining? Yes. Indeed it is. Where's the magnesium? That direction. Here it is, yay. We need a bit more. I know we got some before, but didn't get enough. Yee. I mean, not gonna lie, you've already missed the first few holes. Oh crap, fuel. Yes, we're running. We're out of fuel. Yeah, brilliant. Just checking frame rates and stuff. Ignore that. You missed the first few holes. You tab out for 2 seconds. I wondered why you didn't say anything. Like we're working on the third explosive. Got one for the iron. Were they successful? Yes. The iron one's pretty much perfect, and then the internet work. Oh, by the way, hey Yasum. Welcome. We're mining with warheads. I hope it stay working. Oh, I've fallen in the stone hole. Forgot that was there. Refinery. You go in there, magnesium. And also... Right, have you made anything yet? You've made one more explosive. It's a slow refining process. think we have enough. Think is the question there. Yeah, no, we need 4. That's the 4th. There we go, let's go. Look at the holes we dug. So we got one here for the iron, which fits in almost perfectly actually. We could just dig in there with a mining ship if we wanted to. The second one was for the cobalt, which is quite a bit further down. There we go, warhead is finished. Now, arm warhead, countdown 10 seconds. Begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're a bit late there. Get the picture. And we haven't reached the cobalt. We're still 20 meters away. Damn it. Not only that, but we also didn't even blow a hole in the roof. F indeed. F indeed. It could do with some better positioning, but it is quite far down, mind you. Look at how far down this is. Why is there so many rocks down there? Could have been from last time I was down here. Either way, let's get some cobalt and head back up. We need lots of metal grids, so we need to get this cobalt. Start refining the cobalt. So I think, is it you? No. You. Oh, the batteries have done. We can do the batteries. We can finish off these batteries. There we go. And 2 blocks are, yep. Well, it didn't even get down to the cobalt. We got about 20 meters away. That's kind of irritating. I need to figure out how to get overlay in game, like a Streamlabs overlay in game. So then I can read the chat and have it appear on my main screen as I'm playing the game, rather than having to look to my right all the time. That would make things better. Oh well. Another unknown signal over there. Falling quite quickly. That's near where Truckgun died, I think. Yeah, that's in the same hole where Truckgun died. Oh well. He still lives on in another game, so all is fine. He moved on, indeed. Truck-kun got isekai'd. Yeah. Wait, what happened? There was a on a couple of the other streams, a couple of streams ago. The first vehicle we made on this game was a truck to carry ore from small little mines everywhere back to base. And I kept crashing him. I think he's crashed and been repaired about 4 or 5 times in this world. And the last time he crashed, I kind of thought, you know what, we have the technology to make a flying vehicle, so we're just going to make a flying vehicle instead, and that's why we got Plane-chan over here. So Truck-kun died so many times it became a bit of a running joke. But now we, the other day as well, we started playing a game called Scrap Mechanic. And the first vehicle we made in that happened to be another truck. So yeah, Truck-kun is now at the Scrap Mechanic save, and Plane-chan and Ship-san are here instead. So all is well. Yes, a harem now, indeed. A harem of haybots. Thruster. We can make it. Oh, we can make a regular hydrogen thruster, not a large one. Let's assemble 2. As 2. Ingot. Need nickel, not coke, not silicon. Wait, we have enough cobalt. We barely have enough cobalt to make the 250 grids we need for the large thruster. Barely. Once this thing actually gets flying, it's going to be great. I hope this thing has enough power to get into orbit, that much is certain. And we could always give it some more ammo, just like the odd atmo thruster as well, just to give it a bit more assistance in atmosphere. Big ship. It is quite a large ship. I mean, it's a decent size for a starting ship. I mean, it's bigger than the starting ship you get when you spawn in space, but it's still not the biggest ship. And it's most certainly not the ship we're going to be building throughout the whole of this this playthrough. Nothing even compares to that so far. Once we actually get resources coming in, we're just going to be making a massive ship. Hey, just joined. What's your plan? Oh, what a convenient time for me to start explaining everything. So I have a plan for a spaceship I'm going to build. It's based off of something from my lore, if you will. And I want to make it in Space Engineers. So I decided we're going to stream it, and we're going to do it in survival mode. So we've got our base here, we've got a wind farm, we have our refinery, our assembler. Ignore the big pillar of pistons. We have our plane down here. We are... so at the moment we're making this thing, this ship, designed to get into orbit. There's just a small one for now to help gather resources. It's a space-based sort of mobile base. Has everything we need on it. At the moment we're just sort of welding it up. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Magichobo 666. Magic Hobo, that's it. I always struggle with names. I'm normally quite good with names and pronunciations, usually. However, whenever it comes to Twitch names, I don't know why, my brain just stops working. Yeah. Cheers, I'm on the moon of Mars building a spaceport. Very nice. I wonder if we'll travel to other planets in this playthrough. We probably will. I want to make some other things as well, like some space stations and stuff around the place. Oh. Hey! There we go. The main engine is complete. This thing reminds me of something out of The Expanse or something like that. 2, 3, 4. These all need quite a few things. We're going to come into here, and we're going to add components from there. Yeah. What are we missing? In survival, I've never made it this far. Exciting. Well, you haven't. What inventory size have you put yourself at? I think it's 3 times. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 3 times. I think everything's on 3 times. Just playing on 10 times seems a bit cheaty, but playing on realistic is just painful. Because that journey then, where I did about 6 journeys to go back and forth with parts to that. That would have, that would have been at least 10, 20 journeys if it was unrealistic. I always put myself to max. I feel bad. I don't feel bad about it. Whatever your playstyle is, really. I just think that being able to carry all the parts for this thruster in one inside my suit is a little bit cheaty. But also, I don't want to. I'd rather not have to make 50 journeys for one part. The grids are going to be annoying. Oh, 8 times I think I do. Okay. Fair enough. But these grids are going to be annoying because we need so much cobalt and they're so damn heavy alongside the pipes. Yeah. Oh yeah, Pan, you know the other day how I was having some problems with my keyboard shortcuts not working for my expressions? I fixed them. Thank you for the follow, Magic Over. Welcome. I fixed them so now I can be angry. And smug. And just happy. And a bit sad. And shocked. And neutral. They all work. Look at the eye thing. I tried to have mine on the Alt F keys. You can imagine what happened when I got to 4. He just tried to do this one or whatever it is, and you just close the program. Well done. Can you do a cute? I don't I ran out. I don't have a cute one, unfortunately. Oh well. What was I doing again? Oh yeah, welding these up. So now my expressions are fixed, so if I remember to use them, I will definitely be using them more. The only reason I didn't before was because the key I was using seemed to only work 1 out of every 6 presses, which was very annoying. There we go, all components withdrawn successfully. We have everything, nice. We didn't have to go mining again, woo! Soon we shall acquire Stream Decks for maximum expression, indeed. I was actually looking the other day. Stretch. It's also the smart detect thing, but it doesn't always work. Yeah, there's 2 modes. There's simple, which is a bit finicky, and then there's the one which you actually have to program yourself. That I don't know if that'll work or not, but I haven't tried it yet. I think the keybinds are just better. Anyway, I hope I'm a bit more expressive from now on. Fuel low again. I keep doing that. Keep running out of fuel. Anyway, I'm pretty sure, aside from simple steel parts, this thing is done. Let's queue up 300 steel plates. Steel plate. Oh, we've already got like 200 in there. Ship sand can into space. I hope so. Just weld up these armor bits around the place, and we should be good to go. Well, actually, we won't be good to go because we need to do the last, for a while probably, on-planet mining session. Because we need ice for fuel. We need to go out to a lake and get a ton of ice. Because if we don't, then we're not going to make it into space. This thing needs to be at full, because I don't trust it. Have you got hydrogen tanks and hydrogen tanks and oxygen? Yes, I have one oxygen tank, which is here, and then we have 2 large hydrogen tanks at the bottom. Need more steel. Steel. I mean, in inventory. I have a bottle. I don't have any oxygen tanks in my inventory now. I haven't needed them on the planet so far, but I do have hydrogen. They're cheap to make anyway. I forgot about the drills on top. We need to do these still. Plate, grab these. Do these last few steel blocks. We have enough for this one? Barely. We're like three things short. I never made an oxygen farm. I'm not sure if they would help you. Well, I mean, we're going to be needing a lot more fuel than we are oxygen, so I don't really think there's much benefit to getting an oxygen farm. It'll just be wasting the ice then, won't it? I do want to add a few more bits on here actually that I haven't built yet. Like I want one of them there. The other side as well. You there, and you there. Nice. Are you sure the drills are wide enough? Well, I mean, this is just mostly going to be for, like, small surface mines or something. They'll get far enough in for what we're going to use it for. You can make an ice drilling ship, maybe. Maybe. I don't know if ship sand dive because the cockpit brushes the ceiling. Well, that's the thing, we'll probably stop. We're not going to drill in very far. We're probably going to stop drilling by the time we get to the thing here. Because don't forget we have wings on the back made of solar panels. I mean, nothing's stopping us from widening these drills in the future. I mean, resources are going to be very easy to come by. Sooner or later. Once we have stuff. Hydrate. So what's the lore? Oh boy, long story. I haven't actually gone over the full lore with anyone really yet. Kind of over here seen a few things. It's to do with the whole VTuber lore thing that I've got going on. So basically, I'm Arthur Sai. I'm an AI, a sentient artificial intelligence, a Sai. And I was the AI in control of a ship This ship was a prototype ship designed to travel between realities. So between different dimensions and stuff. Alternate realities. And it was on its first test flight, and the test flight failed. And I'm now stranded on Earth. That is how I'm here. That's why I'm streaming as well, because I've got nothing better to do. And the ship we're going to be building in Space Engineers is the Dimension ship that crashed. That's what I plan to do. My whole character lore thing is based off of another set of lore which I've had for a long time. That I Kobe will join you when it's done. Maybe. Have a look around. It's going to be quite large, mind you. This is probably going to go on for a while. I imagine this to be somewhat of a long-running series. So the whole VTuber lore is based off of another lore which I've only ever told a few people about, but they've all said I should make it into a comic or something. Which I have nicknamed Tales from the Multiverse. Community Space Engineers, yeah. Community Space Engineers sounds like a good idea. Arthur Sci Comics, fuck yeah. I can't draw. I'm not the best at writing either, so I don't want to do a book because I can't write long things to save my life, and I can't draw very well. So if I were going to do anything, yeah, I'd probably have to do it the same way Mary would. Either that or get in contact with Mary. I mean, technically, through a string of how many? 1, 2. Through a string of 3 people, I could get in contact with Mary. I mean, I know Philo. Philo knows Enos. Enos knows Lumi. Lumi knows Mary. However, I'm not going to do that. Not anytime soon. Because while I say I have got the lore planned and general story events planned for it, and I have the entire... Oh my god, that's my path too. I have the whole world planned, and some of the story events for like the first... I've got at least 4 main story arcs planned, and stuff like that. Isn't there a rule like you're only 5 steps away from Kevin Bacon? Yeah, I think the actual rule was something like, through a string of 7 individuals you can find anyone else on the planet. It's one of those rule things again, but I could, through a long string of messages, get into contact with Mary. Without just using a DM, mind you. I mean, I could just find his Discord and send him a DM. That's a spooky thought, indeed it is. Need a few more steel plates and then this thing is done. See, as I was saying, I've got like a whole bunch. I've got maybe 4. How many is it? 4 main story arcs, I think. And the entire story of this whole thing. Wait, I had to DM me for something, but that doesn't mean she knows me yet. Yeah, me too. A Minecraft server. I put the wrong name on the Google Doc. I have to DM her to get access. See, as I was saying, I've got like 4 story arcs planned from the beginning for this lore thing. But while I have the story arcs planned, I know key events, I have characters, I know what the characters are like, everything in and I know like the main events are planned, all the details in between are planned, specific plot points I want to plan. What characters are like are planned, all this. It isn't written down anywhere, it's all still in my head. And all the little details in between all of that aren't planned yet, so I still need to do a bit. Just made mine up as I went. I guess the head, such safe storage. Well, it actually is, because I've had this sort of thing in my head since around 2016 time. This big lore thing, and I've been able to keep it in my head pretty well, given how often I think about it. It's like a little... If I've got nothing to do and I'm bored, I might as well... I think, let's plan some of this. Let's have a nice daydream. It'll be nice. It's great. In question. Are you going to leave the scaffolding foot on until you're in orbit? No. The scaffolding foot will come off when we test if this thing can actually keep itself supported. So, we'll power this thing up, we'll switch on the engines, once it has some fuel of course, and then we cut the landing gear off. And if it drops, then we're gonna need some we're gonna need some more thrust. And if it hovers, then we're safe. And the length of the flame will tell us whether this thing should be safe to get into orbit or not. So we're gonna turn it on and we're just gonna come over here and just go bzzz and cut that off. It's a risky way of doing things, but it'll work. In the meantime, though, this rain is certainly something. We need some more ice. Gonna need a lot of ice. Indeed, I'm gonna need a lot of ice. Sure is coming down, indeed. Yeah. This thing here has 3 large cargo containers, no way of drilling, and only has 8 small thrusters for upthrust. I'm not sure I trust that. I have a plan. I had to get quite a bit of ice. This is going to be extremely janky, mind you, but it's a plan nonetheless. This is going to be scuffed. So I'm a bit worried that when this thing is completely full with ice, these 8 thrusters aren't going to be able to lift it. Since 8 thrusters have less thrust combined than 1 large thruster. So, but I bet the forward thrusters would be more than capable of keeping this thing hovering on its nose. On its tail, with this thing full. And of course the quickest way to fill up these cargo containers is with a drill. Give it wheels. I could give it wheels. I think wheels would probably actually be a safer bet, yeah. But then even if I give it wheels, how will we land it? Because then we could take off. If we give it wheels, we could take off perfectly fine, but we won't be able to land. Because there's no runway around here built. And if it's stormy like this, we're not landing at all. So, what my idea was, is we sort of treat this thing like a VTOL. Imagine it sticking up on its tail. And then I'm gonna temporarily slap 2 drills on the back there. So, this is scuffed. Believe me, this is going to be scuffed. But we only really need this once, because if we have enough fuel to get into space, then we're good. There's nothing saying we can't use the ship in atmosphere either. Many construction components. So realistically, we only sort of need to do this once. Which is why I'm going with this method. But how are you going to connect back up with more drills? Well, that's the thing. When this thing is completely full of ice, I'm going to take the drills off. And also I'm going to need to, just temporarily, of course, put this on there. Be careful, the drill will store ice too, so they might drop off. And oof the base. Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously you can check if the drills are empty before we take them off. So yeah, they fill fast, they do, that's what I'm thinking. We don't need this to last very long. Might have to do manual first. Well, that's the thing, with these drills, I could just drill for a few seconds, fill up all the cargo containers, and then anything that is like stored in the drills, I can just empty the drills out like manually, and then just dump whatever we don't need. Either carry it in my inventory or do something else first. We're out of iron. Well, ain't this a surprise? Let's go grab some iron from the hole quickly. This might be the most Kerbal thing to ever happen in SE. I have a tendency to do things a very Kerbal way. I really hope this works. It'll work, it'll work. Have faith in me. Believe me, I am an engineering genius. A genius, I tell you. This is gonna be so scuffed, but it's gonna be so amazing. Just the motors. Oh, we have the motors, nice. We don't have the motors, we need 2 more motors. Oh, we have 2 more motors in here. Why didn't it put them in my inventory? Strange. There we go, so that's how we connect it. I have the DLC for the cosmetic things like lockers, kitchens. If I join and leave, would it give it to you? It would not. The way the DLCs work is, everyone has them downloaded and everyone can use them. However, only the people with the DLCs can actually build them. Like, these are greyed out, like that storage shelf is greyed out because I don't have the Wasteland DLC. I could still use this shelf if I wanted to, but I cannot actually build one, and I cannot make blueprints that have them in. I can still access it though. If I wanted to use something from a DLC I don't have, I'd have to get someone else to come into the game and build it for me. Damn, that sucks. You can use them. You can't build them, but you can still use them. So like, the new cockpit block in the Wasteland DLC that I can't build. I couldn't build it, but I could certainly use it and operate it. These lights, if someone else made them, I could still turn them on and off. You can still use these off-road wheels. I've done it before with your friend. I mean, the only DLC I don't have is the Wasteland DLC anyway, so I already have all the other cosmetic stuff. The batteries are almost full anyway on this thing, so we've got plenty of time. I actually want to test something quickly. guys ready for scuff? I mean, obviously we can still travel forward like an actual plane would because we have wings to keep us aloft. Okay, no down thrust. Interesting, always. No, this won't fit. Damn it. Can we make it fit? I feel like we could very easily make it fit. Just with like a few pipes. What is this music? I don't like this. Next one. Conveyors and the drills. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I was honestly just thinking of doing it like... We don't have any interior plates, so I can't build them. Give me these. Just going like, 1, 2, and then, that. That's not right. 1, 2, and then this there. And then we have the drills. Then they can be in that direction as well, just to give us even more leeway. Like that. This is gonna be so scuffed. I'm lost out of jetpack fuel again. It's gonna be glorious. Glorious, glorious scuff. Give me the parts. I don't have enough parts. I have parts to queue. Oh, I forgot to remove that. Need some more motors. You're making motors, nice. All parts successfully withdrawn, nice. Boop, boop, boop. Ooh. We need to remember we have no downwards thrust, so it's going to be difficult to maneuver like that. Should probably be doing this the other way around, like that. Like this. Hey. Anyway, you would take a broken. Anyways, you would take a broken AI that found you due to the sound of building, and would just help minor weld. You would take a broken AI that found you due to the sound of bullet. What? You make us 2 times. What? What? I don't understand. Oh boy, that was close, wasn't that? Was close, wasn't it? Look at that. Hmm. So yeah, now then. So now. Let's go to the lake. And let's get our ice. Ready, and stop. There we go. Slow it down. And you're paced again. Indeed, I am paced. We build as we must. What? Magic, I don't know what you're on about. Sorry. What? Oh well, let's get this ice. Let's just skim across the surface like this. Ice. So I was suggesting I join and help build as a droid or drone. I don't think I'll have anyone join me for actual building or things like that, because if I'm going to do something like that, I will probably do someone else. Not someone else. A different save, a different, like... Yeah, I've just a mental fart. Well, it wouldn't be the save. It wouldn't be the save game. It would probably be a different thing if I wanted to do a collab with someone or something like that. Only other way would be hinges and rotating drills and such like. Hang on. How much ice have we got? Ice. Oh, we're on the last container, nice. That was quick. This amount of time mining would get me around like half a container with just a hand drill. Nice. Fast indeed. Where you wouldn't take a free hand at mining with you? It's not that I wouldn't appreciate the help, it's more along the lines of, I don't want to have anyone else in the world, because if I let one person in, for seemingly no reason, other people will want to join as well. And I don't really want to do that. Right. So I just want to... Right, so, we know we can dock with the drills, can't we? So let's, look at that long stretch you've just dug up there, yeah. We know we can dock with the drills, so we don't need to remove them or anything like that. Just want to test. Dampeners on. Can we hover like this? We can hover like this! We can hover while full of ice. Okay, that is close. Look at those thrusters, must be on max power. Yeah, look. These thrusters are on like... Look at the mess I made, yeah. These thrusters, I literally cannot hold space to go up because these thrusters are at full power. Look at our acceleration there, 0.4, 0.5. It's like 0.1 meters a second. That's like... God, that's so little acceleration, but we can hover while full. Barely. Jeez. Oh god, I pressed Alt Z, there we go. Alt Z opens the NVIDIA thing. Let's gain some altitude. Luckily, a majority of our lift is coming from the wings, so we don't need to worry about that. God, landing's gonna be a nightmare, isn't it? You know, I've just realised we need to connect to the ship, not to the base. We have like 20 gay ice on the base. That's all we need. We need to connect to the ship. Go barrel roll. Landing will be hard, and it's not my problem. Don't worry. We will be fine. Stop. We must descend carefully. Ooh. This is crazy. You know, one way to improve this plane would definitely be to have the engines on hinges, so that they can also, like, rotate. The hover mode. Fancy VTOL style. Yeah, look at that. Those engines are struggling. So now we need to dock like this to the ship. Is this even gonna fit? I feel like the tail's gonna be a bit in the way. No, it should be fine. Barely. Oh, god damn it. I tap C. Look how slow that is, jeez. Hey, there we go. Connectors enabled. Let's turn off these thrusters and set the batteries to let's not set the batteries to recharge. Actually, yeah, let's set the batteries to recharge. Since this aircraft is turned off, because the engines are off, nothing's going to be using any power. Let's also group these, because these need grouping. Chip sound batteries, there we go. Discharge, there we go. So now they're on discharge mode. O2 generator is full. Look at the tanks. Tank 1 is 0.1%, tank 2 is 0.5%, and the oxygen tank is filling up nice and quick. Nice. So while this is while that's filling up for about a minute, I'm gonna go to the toilet quick and also to refill my drink because I'm out. And hydration is important in these streams. So I shall I shall hang on, that's broken. Wait, hang on. Shoot. I'll be right back. I might not be here when you get back, I might take a short break. Okay. If you're not here when I get back, it'll only be like a minute or so, but if you're not here, then see you later then. Wait for me to come back before you get on here. Oh, Okay, yeah. Yeah, I will. Okay. Back in a minute. I've returned. And this time I just have water. Yeah. No more coal left. So we have our ice. I wonder how much of it has refined. Ice, how much is still in there? Still quite a bit. Tank. This will be full. Yep, that's full. Whereas these are not even 2% full. How are the tanks doing? The first tank we welded up is 1.2% filled, and the other one is 0.8. The oxygen tank is full. Well, I mean, these things can hold 1.5 times 10 to the 7 litres of hydrogen. So... Got a long ways to go. You know what I could do actually? This side, ice. This one, cargo. Okay, that one there. This one here. Now all the ice is in the ship. Means now we can do that and that. We can go over here and we can dock this thing back on the base now. Or we could, but actually I have another idea. The iron. Let's push these small jets a bit. Let's use these drills before we take them off, and let's gather a whole bunch of iron as well. So we need more iron. Are you sure that's a good idea? It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Can't Isekai play enchant the Scrap Mechanic? I can't now. Because Scrap Mechanic doesn't have aerodynamics. How much iron have we got? Some 40k. Seems like quite a bit. That's like, what, 20 inventories full? It normally takes like, what, 10 seconds, 10-20 seconds? No, like 10 seconds per inventory load. We've just got 20 inventory load in like 20-30 seconds. Swear to God, flying this thing is so sort of strange. Honestly, when this thing has when you're actually using the wings, this thing flies pretty well. But compared to some of the other atmospheric craft I've made in this game, this thing ain't anywhere near as good as some of the things I've made. Well, dock. There we go. That. We'll use the wind to recharge our batteries. Still got a long ways to go on these tanks filling up, haven't we? Yeah, we've still got a lot of ice to burn through. I'm pretty sure we can get that in 11 hours though. more than enough fuel time. Well, we're going to be waiting a while until this is done, so what do we do now? The only time I've ever went for space and survival, I just went on like 2% full because I was lazy. I mean, yeah, it doesn't need filling all the way up, but I ended up stranded with basically no fuel looking for uranium. Yeah. The first time I ever went to space and survival, I did the exact same thing. But I was with a group of friends though, so all 6 of us got on this rocket, and we launched the rocket, and the second we got to orbit, we ran out of fuel. It wasn't really a... It was fun. It was a funny experience. Thought there was a lot more uranium than there was. Yeah, uranium is not exactly the most common of things. Maybe we'll try to salvage it. On the game I was playing on, we ran out of fuel the second we got into space. We didn't stop. Anyone find platinum so hard to find? Yeah, it's the rarest resource in the game and it's annoying for it. You can't find it on planets, you can only find it on asteroids, I'm pretty sure. And it's super rare. It's very irritating. Have your keyhole generation broken, please fix. There's gotta be mods. There is mods that increase its rarity, but I'm playing this mostly vanilla. I say mostly because we have some mods on, like the panels and the wings and the Epstein thrusters. Epstein drives, they're fun. There's also a weapons mod as well that I haven't used before. The Lynx weaponry. This stuff looks really cool. Shame there's nothing to shoot at. Indeed, yeah. We can probably find something to shoot at once we go into space, though. I think I'm going to disassemble this massive piston tower now, because we don't really need it anymore. Why can't we just... Probably easier just to go down here. Also, I'm gonna do this. Space A10. If you want, maybe. If we get bored, I might make an A10 for you. Just in space. Go there. Just trying to sort out all these resources. Right, okay. Yeah, they're empty. Okay. Right. Space A10 heart. I was disassembling this. So until this thing gets, I'm gonna say at least 10% fuel, we're probably not gonna be going anywhere. Or at least until it's gone through all the ice we got, because we didn't get all that much ice. So we're going to at least go through all that ice. Right, now I need to take out this massive stick of conveyors. There we go. Also, we need to make an actual dry dock and resource processing facility somewhere. Yeah, I'm half considering making the ship in space. I know I said I wanted to make the big one on the ground, just so I could test if it works now or not. I feel like I might want to make it in space though, because it's going to be large, and it's way easier to build in space. Not only that, but then we can actually make a proper sort of space-based dry dock as a station. To build up hydrogen on land, yeah. Yeah, I should probably have a hydrogen processing facility, maybe on the planet's surface somewhere. Go back for a bit, okay. See you in a bit, Pam. Ah. Got 10 hours of battery charge. Oh well. I get drill to. I'll actually make some groups of these things. Right, already got the hydrogen thruster one. We haven't got any landing gear in this thing, I've just realised. Should probably do that. We also need to get a thing set up to, well, a thing where we can actually dock the ship to the base. Yeah, I'm gonna say where am I gonna land? Yeah. We need to get a docking arm. Let's grab all these steel plates and let's actually make an area for that, I'd say. Probably just over here. It'll probably be just here. Maybe we can build it out a few more blocks this way. At some point we've got to weld all this up as well. Probably do that once we have more iron. So how many blocks do we need for this? There's the connector that we need to go down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to go maybe at least 11 blocks up so then the thrusters won't damage this. So I'll do this. And then we'll go conveyor. Need some interior plates. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11. 11. Connector. Like that. There we go. So this is going to be our large stick, which we will dock to, and then we'll connect these up like this. I know this looks ugly, and I'm sorry. I'll make a proper base at some point. I need a whole bunch of conveyors. Conveyor you. Moving to build planner. Give me all these. Let's weld this up. Now we need some more. Right, so let's do that again. G. There. Oop, there we go. So the hover test, we will detach the landing gear, and then we'll hover it over and connect it to the base. So let's do you. Add components to queue. Just need the small steel tubes, there we go. Now we have this big old stick here, now I need one of them. And oh, there's one here. We don't need this anymore, we can just take this off. There we go. Big old stick, ready to connect Shipsan to the base when it's ready. Of course, we need to wait for the fuel a bit. I mean, we could do the fuel now. We could do it now. There's probably enough fuel to go from here to here. You could put more solar panels. I could. I don't really think power is much of an issue at the moment though, because we have 8 batteries, and at the current usage, it says it's going to last for 10 hours, and that's with the O2 going. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do the thruster test now. Sound thrusters on. Ready? 3, 2, 1. It's hovering. Right, we need to get up here quick. How quick's the fuel going down? I don't have a gyroscope! No! Okay, we have more than enough speed. But they're not charged. They're not charged, no, but all I need to do is rotate this ship round, and then the solar panels will charge. However, I can't rotate the ship at the moment. Ah, crap. I forgot gyroscope. I always forget gyroscope. Where can we quickly slap a gyroscope? Very quickly. On here. I'm gonna land the ship on its thing. Please stop rocking. Right, it's the build planner. This is bad. This could have been disastrous. Oh, I'm a fool. I've done the one thing I always forget to do. Make a save before it gets wet. Good idea. So we know the thing can hover, which is good. As it is right now, I'm gonna go here. Some thrusters off. I'm gonna go up here, I'm gonna press Y again. There we go, and now I'm making more fuel again, but the thing is now landed. But it could have hit the floor as well. Right. I always forget gyroscopes. This is where my one problem with this game. I always forget them, no matter what. I forgot them on the plane, and now I forget them on this as well. Oh god. Han's gonna have a field day when he gets back. He's gonna be on the floor laughing. This isn't the first time. I forgot them on the truck, I forgot them on this, and now I forgot them on the ship. Which one are you? You're assembler 2. You go into cooperative mode. You can be assembler 1. Production, if I go to assembler 2. Yeah, some stuff is queued up in here now. There we go, now we got both assemblers doing it. Did have your droid. I could, Why did nobody warn me? Someone should have warned me. Oh boy. Just the 2 motors we need, or? Ah, just the 2 motors, nice. Let's also finish taking this off. Right, this is ship sound done now. So now we can actually do the test. I want to actually set this stuff up normally as well, so... Let's have the drills there. Then groups. We'll have drills again, on and off toggle. Thrusters and batteries on recharge, on off, right. Come on. There we go. I set every single battery on the base to recharge mode, power usage is still good, so everything is still being powered by the wind turbines. Okay. And the batteries are now going to be slowly charging. So will these ones here as well, I believe. How long? 27 minutes? Good. What about these fellas up here? How long will you take to recharge? 15 hours. Everything looked good indeed. The single gyroscope has just enough power to make it turn properly. Everything seemed to work, and with how long it took we were hovering there, it didn't even go down 1%, so... The fuel should last a decent while. I did however notice one other small problem, which I did not realise, other than the gyroscope as well. Where the hell's the reverse thrust? Ow. We didn't put reverse thrusters! Oh well. Right, we need to do those. So then, where do we put reverse thrusters? I know where I can put them. Need some interior plates though. Anti-thrust. Yes. So this boy, I want to put you there, and you there. Curved piece there, curved piece there, curved piece there, and a curved piece there. Then thrusters, hydrogen thrusters, need some steel plates. We can have 4 of them. One there, one there. One there, one there. But that will have to do for now. Since I seem to have forgotten to put them on. And then also we can put landing gears on the bottom of these conveyor junctions as well. So if we do ever have to touch down and lock ourselves down somewhere, we can always do that there. So while this is fueling up, let's weld up this stuff. It is the right way, isn't it? Yes, right. Let's start with the landing gears for now. You on there. You need more stuff. Wait, that won't land. Why won't it land? Oh, because the thrusters come down a tiny bit more. Actually, we know that the model is different, isn't it, for the thing? So that will land. I hope that lands. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everything will all be good. We will be okay. I mean, how often are we going to use these, really? We've got the docking port, haven't we, on the base? So let's get these bits here done now. Have you got ice? Yes, there is. There's ice. Yeah. Now technically we're actually making fuel at twice the rate because we have two O2 generators. So there's one on the base and there's one here, and they're both working off the same ice supply to fill up the tanks. Everything is good. How long are we going for? 2 hours, 35 minutes. Right. Okay. Right, just the thrusters now. This should work well. Hopefully. I mean it will work. It's reverse thrust. It's not that. It doesn't need testing or anything. You at production. I'm gonna go grab some cobalt just in case we don't have enough. Though I get the feeling we probably will have enough already. It's the wrong hole. Give me the cobalt. There we go. Vroom. Right, you need to go into the refinery up here. Boop. How much power are we using on the base? 84%, okay. The wind turbines can still supply everything, which is good. I forgot something. Control panel. Thruster. Hydrogen thruster. You. Ships and thrusters. Save. Yep, that's all those thrusters done. So now I want to go to and thrusters off. Nice. Need this stuff. There's that. Let's grab some more stuff. There and there. Will we ever go back to this base? Maybe? Possibly. I might come back at some point and like actually make it into a proper base. I don't know. I mean, the only reason I based here is because we landed there, and there was iron nearby. Iron and stone, the two resources you need to get going at a decent pace. In the beginning. Take a drink. Yeah. Feel about fuel again. I always do this. The two, give me you, that. I'm also going to go in here and I'm going to make 2 more hydrogen bottles. And then 4 oxygen bottles. Right, so you, I'm going to put that in there. Bottle. There we go. Oxygen tank. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hydrogen tank. 2, 3. I'm also going to make 1 more spare bottle here. 1 of each, just to keep here in the space. Yeah. Just realised as well, if you look on the horizon there, the mountain, I think the sun is rising slowly. Eventually it will rise over that mountain, and we will have power to our solar panels. In fact, do we have power to them now? We do, and it's already at 4. Nice. We're already getting maximum power from these solar panels. How much? Let's look at the wind turbines. How much are they giving us? 415 each. Give or take a bit. Solar panels giving us 154, so not as much. Not as much, but it isn't an insignificant amount. That's like 2 more wind turbines. Wind turbines are a great source of power, but only if it's windy. If the wind stops, you're fucked. You kind of need the wind to make them work. I'm gonna fix this. This hole in the floor, which we made with the thrusters, which is because we couldn't turn because I'm a fool and forgot to put a gyroscope on the damn ship. We had to land it in place. Anyway, yeah, there we go. How full the tanks now? We've got about, well, 5% in each. How much more ice do we have to go through? Oh, this is the last of it here. Right. What do we do now while we wait? There's the sun at least. Beautiful morning. There's an access. That's the access hatch there. Just that's why that's lower down. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder, could I? That would probably look better actually. I'm gonna grab some more steel plates and do a little more stuff on here. Steel plate. Oh, we only have 4 left. Wow. Let's queue up 200. And 4, there we go. So now I need where are these steel plates? Very nice. There we go. We could probably do the last of the steel plates to actually finish off that thing. They give us a dab. I can't dab, I don't have leap motion, I can't move my arms. I wish I had leap motion, but I can't. I literally cannot move my arms. Like, even disregarding all the stuff about how I've never dabbed before, I'm not gonna start now. I cannot dab. I do not have the ability to. Unfortunately. If I get leap motion, I would be able to do that. But that costs like 80 quid. £80. I don't have that money. Like, honestly, I probably would have had leap motion, but I can't. I cannot. Unfortunately. Hmm. Hmm. Some more steel plates. Give another 200. Which iron do we have? Enough. There we go. I want to do something over here. I want to hold up a small 3x3 area over here. Might make it a 4x4 in a bit, because I don't know if this is large enough. Probably will be though. I'm gonna take the plane. Come over here, I'm gonna pick this up, and we're gonna grind this down finally. Since we have no use for it. There's no real useful components on it anymore, it's just sort of existing here. All the landing gear's locked. I'm gonna fly over here. We're gonna drop that on there. And now while we're waiting for things, we're gonna go grind that down. Just for a few more components, and just to get rid of the marker. And make a natural marker for it now. Earth base 1. They just join in mine for you. You really want to join, don't you? I'm sorry, I can't. I don't want other people to join. I'm sorry. If I was allowing other people to join, I'm pretty sure Pan would have been in for at least a little while now, because he hasn't really played survival much. But no, he is not in the game, so sorry, but I don't allow. I'm not gonna allow people to join this. What's in here? Nothing's in there. Good. Means we can grind it down without much care. Why did these auto-lock? I thought I turned auto-lock off on these. Strange. What's in here? Nothing. How long have we been going for? 2 hours, 51 minutes. Legit, I would just love to mine in the background, drop off what I find in boxes. Stretch. Sorry, guy. I'm sorry, man, but I mean, I've already said I'm not gonna let people on, so I've got to stick by that. I can't just change my plans willy-nilly. Even if it would be beneficial to me, I don't want to. I mean, it's a single player save, and welcome back, Pan. What did you miss? The ship's moved. No, we're not in space yet. I haven't flown us into space yet because, well, I was actually waiting for the last of the ice to finish, which is actually almost done. And the tanks are around 7% full each. Yeah, she flies. She flies pretty well. We had a bit of a panic moment because we discovered we cut off a landing gear at the bottom and it hovered fine with 3% fuel, and we didn't You remember when we were making this and I forgot to put a gyroscope on? And we only noticed at the very end before we took off. Yeah. This boy didn't exist before. This guy was hovering on 3% fuel without a gyroscope, unable to rotate to dock to the arm. So we had to quickly weld that up. We landed the ship there, where that plate of metal is, and burned a hole in the floor. Put a gyroscope on, took off again, and docked to this thing. And then we noticed we had no braking thrust. So I put these full thrusters on, but yeah. Plain Chan's scuffed drills have actually been useful. With all the iron we got as well has helped us do some good stuff. It's amazing timing by me. It is amazing timing by you. Plus there is 6 minutes left of the stream. Unless you want to go for 4 hours, I don't know. For now though, while the ice is finishing off, I'm just grinding down the last of the respawn pod. As we prepare to make our first journey into space. I think that's probably going to be the last thing we do. This stream at least. We're going to take off, we're going to fly into space, and then we're going to hold position just outside the gravity well. Now that we docked to the base, the wind turbines are charging the batteries as well. So these are a bit more full. And also the solar panels are actually working now because they're turned the right way. Now then. Oh, one back over this way. There we go, stay on the platform. It's just steel now, I think, this. Yeah, it's just a big hunk of steel. Weld that up again. The reason I weld up this platform here is just so that I don't accidentally cut holes in the floor when I'm disassembling this thing. And we are done, I believe. That is that. Let's pour that into there. Let's fill ourselves back up with energy. Last of the drop pod, yep. The respawn pod is gone. We can delete that GPS now for respawn pod. That can also go as well. Truck couldn't crash episode 5. That's been there for a while. So the current base location is called Earth Base 1 at the moment. So where's all the bottles? Those two are staying here. Hydrogen tank set. Can I set these to auto refill? Yeah, auto refill. There we go. And then the same for the oxygen tank as well. We have 4 bottles of each. We have our ship, and we're ready to go. We have assembler, we have refinery, we have drills. I think we're ready. So we have thrust in every direction, we have a gyroscope, we have batteries, we have the ability to generate power, we have the ability to generate hydrogen, we have the ability to make new parts and resources, we have an antenna, yep, everything's on there. We've got a detector to find more resources. And this base will be fine without us while we're going, because it's got renewable power as well. So, oh, and the game just auto-save. Let's do an actual save as well. So, we can into space, yes. We can into space. Are we ready? We're on 8% fuel. I hope to hell that's enough. This is online. We're ready? 3, 2, 1. Disconnect. Here we go. Cool. Let's turn dampers off and coast a bit. Save fuel. We're at the atmosphere already. Now we need to watch for when the, you see on the hood, it says A gravity and P gravity on the right. Oh, you can't see it because I'm covering it. Again, this is the second time I have been covering the hood. It's fine, we took 8% makes me worry. It's fine, that's all the ice we can got. This is just for our first flight. Do you see there? It says A gravity and P gravity. Let's wait till the P gravity gets to 0 and then we'll stop. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Shortar15. Shorter. The speed mod makes me worried more. Yeah. Fair enough. Let's accelerate a bit more. Just hope you can maneuver and such. Oh, I know how to maneuver in space properly. Here come the first asteroids. Let's head to this one that's dead ahead first. I mean, given how quickly this thing accelerates, and how little we have to burn to get up to speed, and the fact we have 2 tanks is it's enough. It's enough. 8% will get us a little ways. I mean, we got all the way into space and didn't even use 1%, so. Real lag check. You got 9 seconds of lag. Oof. We're hoping. I had to look that we didn't gonna crash into them and things there. New lag check. 4. That's good. Slow it down. I want to turn around. This asteroid, is it inside the gravity well or not? I'll head back, have a look. Because if this is outside the gravity well, then this is brilliant. We essentially have a position that's directly above our base that we can build off of and keep in a stable orbit. Or keep it in space. No, this is in the planet's gravity. Which is a microgravity asteroid base. I mean, like a ring or something, yeah. Well, no, it's just microgravity. Yeah, look, we're in the planet's atmosphere now. Well, not atmosphere, planetary, planet's gravity now. There's magnesium on this asteroid. A diving board. What detector? Yeah, there's one on the back there underneath. Silver! The one resource we spent absolutely ages trying to find and ended up flying 30 kilometers to find it. It's in the first asteroid we go to. Brilliant. I love that. Any iron? So iron's what we need to start making a base. There's the magnesium. Hey, yeah? Bring materials for base. No? I mean, this thing itself is a mobile base. It's got a refinery and assembly and everything. We just need to dig. I came up here to try and find a decent set of asteroids to dig resources from. And then we would base there. That's like a big chunk of asteroids up there, doesn't it? Look at all those up there. Let's head to them, I think. Okay, then good enemy. For a sec I was worried. Yeah, I was like, even if we didn't bring resources, we would be fine. Someone shouted. One moment. Let me, I had to speak to someone there for a second, but, well. That didn't take long. Platinum. Brilliant. The rarest resource in the game. In the second asteroid we visit. And the first asteroid we visited was the resource we struggled to find for literally like a few hours. Oh my god, that's just the first asteroid. There's a whole cluster of them here. What's in this one? Nickel. Okay. One iron. More nickel. More platinum. Distinct lack of black gold. Yeah, the uranium, yeah. More nickel. I found platinum though here already. Yeah, I think this one's just platinum and nickel. Let's make a GPS. Platinum, nickel. Let's also put like that at the end of all of these, because all these ones, all these other ones here, they're all on the ground, aren't they? We want to be able to tell which are on the ground and which are in space. Now then, I think we're going to end the stream here now, because well, we've made a lot of progress today. We started the stream with the half-built ship, and today we found platinum. Now we found platinum. Over the course of 3 hours and 10 minutes. I need to go downstairs and eat. We have made great progress indeed. I had to go downstairs and eat. Very proud of how far we came, indeed. Next time, probably tomorrow actually. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after tomorrow, I don't know. I'll announce on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't, by the way, just so you can get notifications of when I go live. Because I do that there. Next stream, we're probably going to be, you'll link it. Yeah, it's in the details beneath. Along with the YouTube channel and Reddit and whatever. The VODs channel, the regular channel, donation link, and Twitter are all down beneath. I still need to set up all the proper information things, like on the big section at the bottom. Still need to do that. But yes, I need to go eat some chicken nuggies. Did you just exclamation mark Twitter yourself? Are you serious? Well done. For a second I got surprised as to why a link appeared after you did that, then I realised you put it. I'll pretend we have the bot until we get the bot. I will get the bot. I'm making a Discord server as well. I am currently making a Discord server, and I'll focus on the bots after that. We will get them, don't worry. With a day or two. In fact, tomorrow... yeah, I'll have the stream tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow. Follow me on Twitter because I'll say when I'm going live or whatnot, usually a few hours before I do. And I would say join the Discord, but it isn't ready yet. All of the bots, your brothers, indeed! Well, today has been fun. I'll be able to make tomorrow, but we shall see. I might take a break tomorrow anyway, because yeah, I think I'll take a break tomorrow because I've streamed for 3 days in a row. I don't want to annihilate my throat. So yeah, I'll stream the day after tomorrow. I won't stream tomorrow. I'll stream the day after tomorrow. Hope you can taste your nugs. Yeah, yeah. Well, today's been fun. Is anyone currently live at the moment? I have 5 Discord notifications. Jeez. Why have I got... People are asking for technical help. What's with Enos's thing? Oh, Enos went live. Like, 2 hours ago. This is doing a stream that went a bit wild. Winnie and Mary are both streaming too, but I don't know if they really raid yet. Yes. And that's all the ones I follow. Yeah. Yeah, I can just see those 3 as well. Well, let's raid Enos, I suppose. And then I'm gonna go eat afterwards. It'll be fun. It'll be good. What's she doing right now, anyway? She is Pokemon card unboxing, right? Right, so that's raid Enos / raid Enos Chan. I hope it isn't shadow banned again because I forgot to turn on my VPN. It's a hand reveal stream. Right. So I'll see you lot in a bit then. Bye for now. If I can do the raid thing. I don't think it worked. One moment. You used the wrong face. But oh well, we'll do that one for now. Right. We already have a raid in progress. Oh, okay. It's just... I probably won't be there for the raid because people are calling me now, so... There's a different face? Yeah, it was the call and smile. It was that one. Oh well. For some reason I can't. It says I already have a raid in progress, but I can't see it. Hmm. 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 Strange. Yeah, that's the one. Why can't I see my own raid? I can't click the start button, and it says there's already one in pro. Oh, well, never mind. I'll just end the stream. It'll be fine. Yeah, thank you all for coming today. It was, but it was cancelled. Oh, hang on. Let me try again then. Raid Ines-chan. What? Why did that not? It just typed that. Wait, what? Oh, it's slash. Right. Shush. You already have a raid in progress. Damn it. Hmm. Where's a nice stream? Got a good watch. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, thank you everyone for coming today. I had fun today. I hope you did as well. I hope I could entertain you for a bit. Want to host the promotional again? No, it's fine. I'm not going to be there for it anyway because I've got to go and eat. So, you had great fun. Good to know. Okay. Right, so I'll see you all not tomorrow, but the day after. See you in a bit.